You want to create nice looking presentations like this, or something cool like this, or it could be an illustration like this using AI. Let me show you how to do this using Notebook LM. Notebook LM is one of my favorite AI tools out there. And the thing is, you can actually add all your sources and create nice looking presentations. So we will be focusing on just the presentation aspect of it. If you go to notebooklm.google.com, you will be able to create notebook. You can use the free plan. The free plan will allow you to add up to 50 sources, while the paid plan will allow you to do more than that. So if you choose to create a notebook, you have options of adding your sources directly from the web. You can do the fast search, fast research, or do the deep research, which will give you content that are cited. You can upload your PDFs from your own computer system as your sources. You can add websites and YouTube links there. You can connect it to your Google Drive. You can also copy and paste your text in there. This is how you can add sources to your content. So let's say, for example, I need something on, you know, AI and the world of education, for example. Maybe I just want to do a research on that. If I should go ahead and click send like this, it will use the fast research and just give me something. But if I use the deep research, it's going to take a couple of minutes and then ensure that it comes back with cited sources and uncited sources. Then I can decide to pick out the sources that I want from a list of sources. So I wouldn't want to, delay us till we have the result from here. Let me come back here. So I've added some sources here. This has to do with global oil and then electric vehicle. I searched for the information, then I was able to add the sources that I'm interested in adding. I can from here remove certain sources that I don't want to consult at this particular point in time. Don't forget, I said we are focusing more on the slide aspect of it. You can add sources from different platforms together. It's not that if you had from the web, you can only add from the web. You can add from the web, from YouTube, from PDF, and add everything up here. Then you can continue to chat and get answers from all your sources by typing your questions there, and then you get something out of it. But like I said, where we're going is generating slide deck. Despite the fact that Notebook LM can create podcast, video, mind map, report, flashcard, quiz, infographics, data table, we want to focus on the slide deck and how to make the best out of it. If you just click on the slide deck here, it's going to go ahead and create something from you using content from all your sources, and it's going to still be cool. But if you want to get the best out of it, you will click on this pencil icon, and this will allow you to customize your slide deck. When you click on the pencil, you've got the detailed deck here and of course the presenter slides. If you want something, comprehensive with lot of text and of course the images and illustrations and all that, you want your slide to be slightly busy, you can go ahead and choose the detailed deck here. If it's for training, you want a whole lot of things to be on your slide, you can go ahead with this. If you just want something like a TEDx style or text style, you just want short text and beautiful images and illustrations to back up your point, you can go with presenter slides there. Then you can change the language here. If you want it in English or different languages, we'll leave it on English. If you want the length to be short, you can switch to short or you can leave it at the default. That is not even where the magic is. The magic is where you describe the slide deck you want to create. So you want to say, yes, I'm talking about, you know, electric vehicle and the crude oil prices in the world. That's my presentation. Instead of just saying, oh, create presentation on electric vehicles and crude oil. Okay, instead of just saying something like this and that will be all, you still need to add your prompt. Okay, you can say, oh, I need you to focus on historical background, and then this has to do with design, but we are focusing more on design. But in terms of design, you can as well write design, and then you say, oh, this is one of my tips here. You can say act as a Figma, Adobe designer. This alone will make your design to be more beautiful. Then you can say, okay, create presentation, um, uh, including an opening slide, then other slides with um, illustrations that will focus on just one thing using this color and that color. You can add all those things there. You can say you want it in form of storybook. You can say you want it in form of, cassettes, in form of, any design at all. Feel free to describe it here, but just add this there to make it look more beautiful. A Figma, Adobe Designer. If you had that there, then your design will come out better. So let me show you all the ones that I did with the ones that I did not even use anything. This one, I just clicked on create slide and it was able to come up with this without me, adding Adobe Designer or anything. And I used detailed slide there and it was able to come up with this for me. You can specify the color you want, you can specify the style. Don't just click on the slide like that. Specify what you want, add where you want it to focus more on there. But when it comes to this particular one, I say, you know what, you are not Adobe Figma designer, meaning you know how to design beautiful visuals. So it was able to, come down and create this nice looking presentation that I so much love. And this one, I said, it's just the presenter slide, fewer text, nice design. So you can see the two. If you're coming up with a design, you want to choose the presenter slide or you want to choose the detail slide. Look at this beautiful. I so much love this. It's simple, no more text and nice looking design. Especially this one, you've got it in the visualization here. I mean the opacity here is very small, and here you have the visual. You're looking at it really cool. You've got all these here nice looking presentations. And the last one that I will show us here, and I will also show you what I put in there. You can always come in here and view the custom prompts in case you want to reuse it. So I say create a pencil drawing storybook for easy read. Act as an experienced illustrator and comic book artist and an Adobe designer. And then he did what? He came up with this for me. See, he came up with this like a newspaper, old paper design, and then he came up with all these that I can use in my presentation. You don't need to continue to spend the whole day trying to create presentation from your content. If you already have your content, you've done your research, you know where you have your sources. Put your sources here, come in here, choose the slide deck, write the aspects you want to focus on, describe the design that you want, and don't forget, add that my tip there. Just say, you know what, you know how to design as an Adobe Figma designer, come up with something nice. It will do that for you. You can tell it your color team and you get something cool out of it. Check out the Notebook LM and keep building that nice looking PowerPoint presentation.